Hello again. This is another random night. Uh, and I've decided to call my blogs because there's this blog there's a video blog that I watch, and he calls everyone blog buddies and he calls it a show or something. And so I've decided to make my show Conversations with Jay. Oh my god, this is so random. But today's conversation with Jay, conversations of the day. There we go, conversations of the day. So the conversation of the day for me is I was thinking about religion and God and all that. I don't know what your religious background may be, but my religious background, I came from a very, very strict sect of Pentecostalism. And I love God with all my heart, mind, body, and soul. And I think I had to go through a lot of things I went through to life to be where I am now. I know that sounds like, well, obviously, duh, you have to, you gotta go through what you gotta go through. But it's almost like, I feel like really God brought me down this road to where I'm at. Though the place that I started from is so different from where I'm at now. Just for example, like the church that I used to go to would say, this would send me to hell. Oh, for the love of God, because I have my hair colored, I'd be going to hell. And I don't blame them for it. It's a culture. It's their thing. I don't get mad at it. I have many pastor friends. I have many Christian friends, and that are very still strict, and I still go to church. And I don't blame them for that, but they would look at me and say, obviously I'm full of demons, or Satan's got a hold of my life. But I don't see how I'm so much at peace at myself. I'm so much better at where I am. I can't understand, and all the steps that happened in my life were from God, I feel like, and how could they take that and say, you're an evil person, a wrong person? I guess just going through the everyday steps of Christianity and your life and believing whatever, and then suddenly it all being changed, but not for the bad, for the good. It's like an awareness type of thing. I don't know. I'm always trying to think of things. I'm on this major quest for truth. What is truth? Jesus, Pontius Pilate asked Jesus, what is truth? I have no idea what truth is. I always question God. I believe if God exists, then he has to answer every question that I give him. If God exists, then there should be no question that is taboo. I should be able to ask him anything. But in some ways, the questions that aren't taboo, you end up asking really yourself, and they bring you to scary places. I think that's the reason why some people are fearful in religion, because they're afraid to ask the really hard questions, and I've asked them, because if they're really that hard, they become reflection towards yourself. Anyway, maybe too deep, too philosophical, but I know that if you truly are going to believe in God, you need to ask the question, does he exist? Does God exist? Because if he does, there should be an answer to everything else that comes afterward. I know someone, I forgot who told me, one of my good friends, very, very smart friends, said that any good atheist is at least agnostic, because you can't totally say there is no God. How do you know? Just like I can't prove evolution or anything. No one really knows. You only live in the present. You only live here and now. You can't really know. So, and I say vice versa, every good Christian is at least agnostic too. Because to be honest with your Christianity, to be honest with yourself, is to say you don't know. You don't know. I feel like I know that God exists. I feel like he absolutely exists. To me, in my world, in my perspective, it fits properly. But to really, really grow, to for my arena of life to grow, I need to ask those hard questions. For me as an individual to grow, I need to ask those hard questions. Does God exist? I believe in my world. Yes, he does. He absolutely does exist. But in your world, it may be different. So, I don't know. Anyway, truth. And that wasn't it really what I was going to talk about. But that's a conversation right there. So, I hope you like this blog. Give me some input. What do you think is truth? Where do you think it's going to be at? I mean, it affects so many things. Truth, good, bad, reality, you know, self-existentialism. So many philosophies. Hit me back.